All right, welcome in another episode of the A-10 Insider Podcast. I'm Jeff Goodman, and I'm here with one of the best players in the league, one of the best big men in the entire country, and that is St. Joe's Rasheer Fleming. Sheer, good to see you, my man. Good to see you playing well. Good to see the team playing well here at the end of
Yeah,
the season.
yeah.
You guys have won 4 straight. So let me start with this. What's been the biggest difference of why you guys have started to kind of put it in gear here?
Just game after game, we just started putting things together in terms of our competitive level, and just playing more united overall. So that's all the little stuff we be doing in practice is starting to add up.
19 and 10. You're 10 and 6, tied for third now. There's kind of a logjam for third in the A-10. You got URI coming up at home. I think a lot of this recent streak is because of you and how consistent you've been these last 4 games, averaging 20, almost 8 rebounds a game, shooting the hell out of it. That's the area that, to me, I'm sure for you that was something you worked on all off season because you weren't known as a 3-point shooter
Yeah.
coming into this year.
hmm
And this year you shot it extremely well. Tell me about how much that was a priority for you in the offseason and what you did to get there.
Yeah, it was just a lot of reps, a lot of times where I didn't feel like going to the gym, but just made sure to go to get some reps up. Because my shot has always been like fluid, but it's just like I needed to go into the basket. So it's just literally seeing the ball go into the basket, getting shots up. Um,
Confidence thing as much as anything.
that's the main thing. Yeah, confidence. I know my coach is confident in me, so it's more so being confident in myself and knowing that I can make these shots.
Was like back in high, I assume in high school, certainly at um, Camden in New Jersey, you had other guys that like to shoot the three, right?
hmm
We know. Was there something where you just hadn't taken many because, again, you're big, you're long, you're athletic. They needed you to finish. They needed your rebound, block shots on the offensive end, probably be in that dunker spot a lot. Was it something where that wasn't your role?
Yeah, I would say that was more of like a road thing. But like I said, my shot like has always been there in terms of like how it looks. I feel like, but it was more so just like what I've been needed to do, and I have no problem doing that.
Yeah, it must be fun. It must be
Yeah,
fun now, though, to be able to,
no,
guys that are playing you,
yeah,
right? I mean, they're playing off you, and now you're making those shots.
yep, yep, for sure.
Um, all right, so 6'9", 240, 7'4" wingspan. You're long, you're athletic. I've talked to NBA guys about you, and they say kind of you're that kind of sleeper. Um, have you at all paid attention to some of the draft stuff this year said about you? And if you have, how hard is it to kind of block that stuff out? Because there's a lot now that you guys have to deal with that people never had to deal with, right? Social media, even if you want to get away from it, it's hard to get away from that sometimes. What's been your approach to dealing with some of the NBA draft chatter?
Yeah, I've definitely seen some stuff about it. So, but it's like it's not really a lot of like you can't really block it out. So it's just like you see it, like I'm embracing it at this point. But I'm not like not focusing on what's going on now. I'm more locked in on what I have going on now this season than what I have going on in the future. So I've just been staying focused on what I have going on with my team this year, and we trying to get some wins and go make it far.
Who tells you? Who's the family member? There's got to be, or a buddy who's kind of telling you about these mock drafts. Because even if you want to stay away and you're not looking, I know somebody in your circles kind of letting you know, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of people. It's
Yeah,
most people that just like send me stuff and show me. I'll even see it myself sometimes.
right. Just pay attention to the right people.
Yeah,
That's what I would say. These mock drafts, trust me, I've done them. A lot of them are just guesses.
yeah,
It's hard. So you want to get the best info, obviously, you can
yeah,
as again, finish strong. That's the key, right? The key is finishing strong here, getting, hopefully getting the tournament, and then kind of seeing what you can do. Congrats, by the way, on scoring your 1,000th point
appreciate it.
the other day. That's pretty cool. I mean, talk to me about your road to get here, because you weren't a highly recruited guy coming out of high school, right? It was like Temple, St. Joe's, even some smaller schools before that. Was it like Towson, Albany,
Yep, yep,
right? I
yep.
mean,
Those,
why? So my biggest question is why? Because when you see you, you're like, you jump off the page. You jump out
Mhm.
of the gym. Now you could shoot it. I understand probably back then they're looking at you and saying, how skilled is he? That's
Right.
my guess of why some of the high majors maybe passed on you. But did you know back then? And how did you react to that?
You asking, did I know what?
Like why the high majors weren't
Right. Uh,
interested?
I say like probably because you see the role that I was playing, they weren't able to see much of whatever they were looking for. Maybe I could probably say that's a reason, or I don't know that could be a reason, or just they saw better people. They saw people that they thought were probably better at the time,
Were you
and
just not that good back then? I mean, looking back on it, you
nah,
got better?
I feel like I've always been good and definitely like progressed my game and got better, but I feel like I've always like worked enough on my game to be good at where I was at. So, um, yeah, I would just say that maybe, but I was glad St. Joe's took the chance on me. I feel like they were the best team for me to go to, anyways.
Why? Why, what's the reason for that?
Yeah, just well, when I came on my visit, it was just that like that welcoming feeling, like somewhere is home as soon as you go there. Like it's just like it felt like a second home. So I feel like going there, they just did a good job of like telling me what they expect out of me and what I should expect from them. Um, like I said, that home feeling, like everybody felt like family, kind of fast, honestly. And yeah, it was close to home too, so that was a perk of it. I didn't care if it was far or not, but that was a good thing that it was
Made
close.
it easier. Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes it easier, obviously, if your family's there. And, I think one of the things about St. Joe's and Billy Lang over the last few years that stands out to me is how you guys have all stayed there
Hmm.
in a day and age when you see, I mean, a lot of guys are transferring all over the place, whether it's in the A-10 or around the country. I'm sure a lot of your boys, back from AU days have moved around a little bit. You guys have chose to stay there, Eric and
Yeah.
you. Um, why? What's the biggest reason for retention at a place like St. Joe's when a lot of other schools, and especially because they don't have like crazy NIL. It's not like they're paying out this insane number to keep you guys. They're paying well, I'm sure, but what's the biggest reason?
Like I said, the vision that we were kind of shown when we first came here was basically like how far we want to be as a team, uh, going into conference play and outside of conference play. Like we want to win everything. So it was the vision, knowing the people that we have. Like everybody's a great people. Like it's bigger than NIL and money. Honestly, like it's about the people at the end of the day and wanting to play basketball and get better and wanting to win with those same people. So I would say like
That's the
just
biggest thing.
just being around those guys every day is like a big thing.
All right, I got a couple. I try to do a little digging for everybody. All right, just because I don't like boring interviews. Okay, I don't. I like having a little fun, getting to know a different side of you. So, first thing I was told, um, break down your cornhole game. Break down your cornhole game.
All right, so basically, I'm not too good with the rules, but I am the best cornhole player on the team. So that's like a 2v2 jump. Can you play? It's an individual game too.
I think you can. I think most people you see playing, it's two right,
Yeah.
two versus two.
Yeah. So if you're ever playing, just and you need me, I'm always here.
You're
But
available.
I'm available. I'm the best cornhole player on the team
Where
today.
does Coach Lang, where does he fit? If you had to say in the team, is he like top tier, bottom tier?
Hmm. I'll say he's top five.
Okay.
Top.
Okay. Who's the worst? Who is the worst? Like, just cannot play cornhole on the team. Anybody?
Hmm. I'm trying to think who is
I'm gonna get you
terrible.
in trouble here. I'm gonna get you in trouble.
Yeah, I'm trying to think who is like real bad. I don't remember. I haven't played since like last summer though. I'm trying to think. Hmm.
Nobody's horrible. Can't
I don't.
remember.
I don't think nobody is like
All right.
straight
Not
up.
bad. All right. Tell me a little bit about when they took all you guys to Ocean City, the kayak.
Oh yeah, that was dope. Yeah, I honestly want to do that again because I never got on there before. So when I did it, I felt like I was gonna be stranded. Like I felt like I would be able to survive being stranded in the ocean. Because if you see the
In the
picture
middle?
in the middle of the ocean, yeah, like honestly, I was just sitting there. It was peaceful. Like I don't know, it was just real peaceful. Like it
Were
was
you in
cool.
one by yourself or you
Yeah,
had somebody else? By
uh,
yourself.
yeah.
And
hmm
were you kind of stuck out there or you knew you were doing, you were just kind of chilling?
I knew I was gonna come back, but I went out kind of far. Like I had the little paddles, the
Oh,
paddles. Yeah, but it was peaceful.
all right. I like that. Peaceful's good, especially
Yeah,
in the off season,
yeah,
you
facts.
know? Um, so I hear like you walk around campus and the office, you're constantly working on your step back jump shot.
Say it one more time. Oh, the step back.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, yeah.
Like everywhere you're walking.
Oh, you talking about?
That's what Coach Lang said. Coach Lang said, like, you could be walking around campus, you could be in the office, and you're constantly working at your step back.
Yeah. So my thing is, it's hard for me to not. It's like it's hard for me to sit still. So when I'm walking around, I'm just like playing basketball for the most. I'm playing like air basketball and like just doing
Like
all these.
around campus. You could
Yeah,
be like just walking. You're
yeah. Like around like on this interview, like I'll just like feel me. Just work on a couple moves without the ball.
hey,
Uh,
whatever it is, it's working. All right, so keep doing it. Keep doing it. Whatever it is, the shots are falling. So what what's the highlight of this season been so far? And again, how much fun has this recent streak been?
mhm.
Because before this, it's kind of been a little bit of an up and down season, right? I mean, per what you guys were hoping for.
Right, right, right. Um, I would even say right now is the biggest highlight because it's like we're like I said, we putting things together and just becoming way more united and more, competitive. But the Big Five championship was pretty cool too. I enjoyed winning that with my teammates too.
So are you from Jersey or are you from originally down south, Tennessee?
Nah, so I'm from Camden, and my mom went to the military, so I moved from Camden to Tennessee when I was around 5 or 6, and then
And
I moved
back.
to then I moved to Kentucky for a little bit, and then I moved back to Camden, and then I moved out of Camden.
So you consider yourself a Jersey guy,
Yeah,
obviously,
yeah,
right?
yeah, for sure.
Um, who do you compare yourself to? Who it, start there. Start with if there's anybody that's compared you to somebody that you like that comp.
hmm Um, hmm. I can name a couple that I've heard. I heard Jeremy Grant before.
Yeah,
I
good
heard
one.
like Siakam.
Yeah,
I heard who else? Who else did I hear? It was one more that I'm missing. I can't
those
remember.
are good though. Siakam's a
Yeah,
good one, actually. I
he
like
is. He is.
that.
Oh, Nas Reed. I heard Nas Reed before.
Another Jersey guy.
Yeah, I could kind of. Yeah,
You're
he is.
you're not as big. Yeah, like he's
Yeah, yeah,
huge. He's
like
like
yeah,
thick.
right, right.
You're built more like Siakam and Jeremy
Yeah,
Grant, definitely.
yeah,
But I like that. I like that, especially because Jeremy Grant, his game really kind of evolved, but they're both like high. I mean, do you take pride in that as much as anything? Because whenever I watch you, it's energy.
hmm
Like it's energy, it's effort. You're flying around.
hmm
Is that something that you've always kind of had?
yeah. I'll just say like effort because you can't win a game without effort. So you gotta take pride in that, and it makes the game fun too. Like you know what I'm saying. If you put effort in anything, you're gonna get a good outcome.
How when you played, I mean, the big games you played this year, I think were what, Texas and the other one, Texas
It's
Tech,
Texas Tech and
right?
Nova. Yeah.
Yeah, and like against Texas, you won. I mean, I think you had like 20 rebounds against Texas, and
hmm
they got some athletes over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Texas Tech was JT Toppin, and I think he had like 14 and 7 against those guys. How much did that give you confidence? And I'm not sure you needed it going into the season, but still, at that level, when you're playing those teams that have big time athletes on the front line, and you do that, how much did that help you this season? Even kind of take it to a different level with, okay, you know what? Like, I know I should be playing at this level all year.
Uh, well, looking back at it, I feel like it did give me a little confidence, but I would say the confidence and stuff started like a little more before the season started. But I think those two games did help a little bit. You know, the arena that it was in, it was a pretty good arena. We had a lot of people come out for that game. And we were right there with Texas. Like I feel like we should have won that game too. So I feel like it gave me a little confidence boost for the next couple games.
What's the one thing that people don't know about you? What's kind of the one thing that is unique about you that people don't know?
Like anything?
Anything. What's the I don't know, you might have a quirk, you might be scared of something. What's kind of that one thing?
Hmm. Hmm.
What are you scared of? What's the one thing you're scared of that you're just running?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Honest.
Snakes? You good with
No,
snakes?
I'm not scared of snakes.
Ooh, all right. All right. All right.
Hold on. I could do a handstand for about a minute if I
Can you
wanted to.
really?
Close to a minute maybe. I feel like I'm not sure. I ain't really count. I haven't really like counted a minute, but it's I could do it for a long time.
For a long time.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So you have 54 3-pointers so far this year, which is really impressive. I mean, shooting 43% from three. Your freshman season, you made 22. You shot 30% from three.
Mm.
How many dunks do you have any idea how many dunks you have this year? Do you have more? I assume you have more threes than dunks.
Yeah, it's more. It might be probably a little 40 or more. I would say
Dunks?
maybe.
So it's close.
Yeah.
If I had told you that at the beginning of the season that you'd have more threes than dunks, would you have been surprised?
No.
No?
No.
You knew you were going to make threes this year.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. Last thing I have for you. Last thing I have was Coach Lang says that you are the best smelling player of all time. He said your cologne game is very, very strong. So obviously the question is, what do you use?
No, I can't tell any. No, I
What do
can't.
you mean you can't tell?
I'm gatekeeping. I can't tell
All
you any.
right. All right. All right. Okay. I might ask you to text me. All right. We might have to keep this in the down low, but you
Keep it.
know,
I can't say any at all.
listen, I appreciate you taking a few, my man. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Finish strong. It's fun to watch you guys, especially when you're winning. Because when you guys win, like I think when you guys are playing together and moving the ball, there aren't many teams, period, that can beat you guys.
Yeah.
There really aren't. I mean, you guys have talent. It's just sharing the ball, playing both ends of the court. Because, man, you're fun to watch. You guys are fun to watch. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate it, and good luck the rest of the season in the A-10 tournament. Rasheer
Yes, sir.
Fleming, St. Joe's big man. Trust me, if you haven't seen a lot of them,